Hello, fellow patriots. Robin Webb for House District 43. Over the past several months, I have had the distinct pleasure of having amazing conversations with so many people in this room. A lot of you asked me the same question. Why are you doing this? There is a quote that sums up perfectly why I'm doing this by Thomas Paine. I prefer peace, but if trouble may come, let it come in my time, so that my children may live in peace. As a healthcare professional, I have fought back against progressives who think that they get to decide what we put in our children's bodies. I knew if we did not fight them back, something much more evil was just beyond the horizon. Then 2020 hit, and our Constitution was shredded. Our rights trampled, so many lives destroyed. The school closures, mask mandates, social distancing, and other harmful policies that they implemented turned my thriving teenager to suicidal. She courageously let me share her story because she knew that doing that could have an impact. I have had countless families approach me and tell me that their families went through the exact same thing. The damage that has been done to our children will take a very long time to undo. The unconstitutional mandates also closed businesses by deciding which ones were essential. All businesses are essential. Businesses feed families, employees, fuel the economy. I heard an elderly lady during that time say that she would rather die than be isolated any longer. Then, of course, we lived through the peaceful protests and social justice. Between watching our country burn and saving my baby, I became a mama bear on a mission to fight back against the government overreach that is destroying our children and country. Nothing was going to shut me up, not being canceled, losing business opportunities or friends. Unfortunately, I did. Not even Biden's DOJ declaring us all domestic terrorists. In fact, that just fueled my fire. Like so many of you in this room, I decided to focus on the school board. We fought hard against the mask mandates and radical policies. I quickly learned there were so many like me who thought exactly like I did. I did not know that stepping into that battle. What I did know was the power of one. For example, my daughter and I walked into Target one day with no masks on. She looked at me and said, "Mom, we're the only ones in here who don't have on a mask." I said, "Honey, don't worry about it, the power of one. Most of these people don't want to wear them. They just don't want to be the first one to take them off. Let's keep them off and let's see what happens." Sure enough, people would see our naked faces and take their masks off. Every turn in history has come down to one person simply taking a stand. If one person can make a difference, then what can the movement that we have created here in Douglas County make? It could literally change everything. Our country is at war right now for the heart and soul of our country. The far left hates everything about our country and everything that it stands for. There is something that already protects us from all of this. It's the Constitution. It's time to make the Constitution the law of the land again. I will fight for your constitutional rights, for freedom. The government's role is to ensure our rights, not to strip them away from us. The only legitimate government is derived from its citizens and the consent of the governed. We do not live under the rule of a king or queen where we're not supposed to. Have you felt free the last 3 years? I do not consent to being ruled. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The government is not the solution to our problems. The government is the problem. It needs to be limited. Your right to free speech, censorship must end. Your right to bear arms shall not be infringed. If we do not have the unquestionable right to defend ourselves, we are slaves. The Founding Fathers knew that our right to bear arms would be what would stop totalitarian rule. For our kids to be educated and not indoctrinated and sexualized. What is going on in our schools is beyond alarming. I will not allow our sweet, innocent children to be told that they are either an oppressor or oppressed based on the color of their skin. I am not okay with educators confusing our children about what gender they are. Your right to raise your kids the way you see fit. I don't know about all of you, but I do not co-parent with the government. Election integrity. If we do not have that, everything we are doing here is for nothing. Safe neighborhoods. We pay a small fortune to live in a safe neighborhood, and the left being soft on crime is making us all unsafe. For boys to not to have the right to dominate female sports or share the bathroom and locker room with our daughters. For our state not to be a sanctuary for illegal aliens and the fentanyl and human trafficking that it brings with it. Your right to choose what does and does not go into your body. If we do not have sovereignty over our own bodies, we have absolutely nothing. What happened to my body, my choice? Speaking of that, we are all aware of the vile bill being rammed through the state legislature right now. Unborn babies are not safe in Colorado, even if they are full term. They also want to make it so that our children, our minor children, can go get an abortion and we don't need to know about it. It's evil, and it's one of the many bills that must be repealed, and with God's grace, it will be. The silver lining of the pain and misery we have all lived through the last several years is they went too far. They awoke those patriots who were still asleep. We are awake, but not woke. They brought us together and united us like never before. For every friend I lost for how outspoken I was during the lockdowns, I gained 5 lion friends. It is too late to wake up the sheep. It is time to wake up the lions, and we are awake. We have organized, mobilized, and started a revolution. Yes, we took back our school board, but we aren't done. Now we take back our state and our nation. Through my activism, I learned how this so-called government system works, or how it doesn't. I have something that can't be learned. My strength and tenacity I earned through years of trials and challenges, some that literally almost killed me. But I learned that no matter what life dealt me, I would get up and keep fighting. I will never let anyone tell me that anything is impossible. My trials have given me my fighting spirit. My fire, my passion, you either have or you don't. The duality of my personality to be either nice or fierce, depending on what the situation calls for, my ability to connect with people. Who I am is what will make me an effective legislator. The rest is just details. I am not afraid of the hard work. I am afraid of what will happen if enough fighters do not step up and enter the arena. Patriots, we have a serious battle ahead of us. The revolution is here. Us parents, grandparents, and warriors will not let this state and this nation fall. This is the land of the free, the home of the brave, and the bold and the brave are going to step up and take it back. I am being called to serve, to enter the arena. Send this mama bear to the Capitol, and I will fight as hard for all of you as I am still fighting for our children, and we will win. Again, I'm Robin Webb for House District 43. My website is robinforcolorado.com. Please do approach me and get in touch with me. Our state and country is such a mess that it's hard to cover all the issues because there are too many of them. I am trying to develop what I'm calling a think tank. I want as many citizens as possible to be involved with it so that I can get an idea of what is important to my community, as well as find experts in every area, because I can't know everything and I know that. But what I do need to know is who I need to call if a situation arises. So if you would like to be a part of that, please let me know. Thank you.